Okay, this is Peter Lopez. I'm talking with a brother here, working with these people who are in a dispute. You want to tell me about it?
My name is Jeff Derringer. I started working here. The man hired me, Tom Beebe, for quality drywall.
Okay.
Metal stud. I started here and I worked the first week, and the second week he handed me a paycheck. This is funded, I believe, by federal and state because it's a prevailing wage job. Man hands me a paycheck after the first 2 weeks at $12 an hour, and the rate of pay is supposed to be $43, $47 an hour. He says, that's the rate of pay for the prevailing wage, and I says, Tom, I've been in union for 22 years off and on. I says, and this is not the prevailing wage. He says, well, that's what I'm paying. He says, I had 2 rates of pay when you came into this. There's at this level at the top, and then if you're not good enough, then you'll be at this level at the bottom. He says, well, I put you at the bottom. He says, that's your rate of pay. He says, and you can work or you have the right to walk. So then about 12 o'clock noon, he come back and says, Jeff, I have a problem. He says, I found out that you're a union worker. He says, and I'm not going to be able to use you. I'm going to have to lay you off. And I said, well, now, Tom, you're violating my work right. I have the right to work whether union or non-union. He said, well, I can't use you. He says, at the end of the day, I'd like to have your time card, and I'll pay you for what you're owed. At the rate of pay, prevailing wage, $12.46 an hour.
So he's anti-union?
Yes. And he's cheating half of these men out of their prevailing wage. He's paying them what he wants to pay them, and he pockets the rest. Well, that day, he gave me the ultimatum. I could work the rest of the day, or I could give him my time card, and I'd have to be laid off. So I went down to the union hall, and I went down to the National Labor Relations Board and started a lawsuit against them. And then I found out the following week he let another couple of guys go that were union, and then about 3 weeks later, another gentleman went out the door. So this is what this strike is all about. Him cheating people out of their money, pocketing the rest of their prevailing wage, and he will not hire union members here. He's telling them that he don't want union workers. He's a non-union shop, but he doesn't have the right to tell who can work and who cannot. So this is why we are striking.
How much is this project worth?
To be honest, I don't know exactly how much it's worth, but it's up there.
It's big. Let me see.
It's a lot of work. And this gentleman has already had his license revoked back in 1998. So
got a license revoked?
Yes, the state took it from him, so he merged with another guy, and they're doing the same thing again.
Are these the people here?
Quality drywall. No, quality drywall.
Oh, okay. Who's Globe Mill?
Globe Mill is the gentleman that owns this, having it built. But he is being funded too by state and government, even though it's going to be his building.
Okay, good. Yeah, I work with a group called Humane Rights Agenda, and we got internet access and stuff, and put it up there on YouTube. Is there anything else you need to tell us, to share with us?
No.
How many guys are involved in the protest, in the dispute?
I believe we have there's 3 of us that filed a civil lawsuit against them. With the National Labor Relations Board out of San Francisco, and with the union, local 9109. And we're just, right now, we're waiting for either he settles with everybody or we go to court. And we'll continue to strike until either he does right or they push him off the job.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. It's going to be a good tape here. Right on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you want to say?
No, that's about it.
Okay, great.